In this tutorial, I'm going to share with you a fresh and glamorous look that'll look great on anybody and will look beautiful in photos. If you have oilier skin and you want your makeup to last longer, try using a mattifying primer like this one from Cover FX. This is going to help control shine. Using one shade of foundation all over your face can make your face look kind of flat, especially in photos, so we're going to be using two shades of foundation today, one in a shade that matches your skin tone and another a few shades darker. Start by dotting the one that matches your skin tone on the center parts of the face, and then take the darker one and apply that around the edges of the face, along the hollows of the cheeks, and even on the tip of the nose if you want to make yours look a little shorter. Give the products a minute to warm up on the skin, and then start blending the lighter parts first with your foundation brush. Mine is a flat top one, which is one of my favorites to use to apply foundation at the moment. Gives a really nice airbrushed effect. Then go ahead and blend out the darker spots. Doing them last will keep you from darkening and mixing the shades too much. Our necks tend to be a little bit lighter than the rest of our bodies, so don't forget to blend down any products down onto the neck. It's going to keep your head matching the rest of you. If you have any blemishes peeking through, go ahead and spot conceal. I like to dot the concealer on over them and then use my finger to tap the product into the skin. Tapping instead of swiping will prevent you from removing or moving the product away from where you want to concentrate it most. I love a good under eye highlight, so I'm dotting a concealer that's a few shades quite a bit lighter than my skin tone underneath the eye area and also down the bridge of the nose. I know it looks like a lot of products, but everything that I'm using has a really thin consistency, so in the end it's not really that heavy, it's not that thick at all. I'm blending with a small synthetic brush, which is great for liquid and cream products because synthetic brushes don't soak up as much product and they're easier to clean. Again, I'm finishing off the edges with my fingers, tapping mostly again. Honestly, your fingers are your free beauty tools. Sometimes they just get the job done. Getting ready for eye makeup, I'm starting by priming my lids. If you have a problem with eyeshadows creasing on you or fading, an eyeshadow primer is really all you'll need. I usually like to fill in my brows before starting my eye makeup. They really frame the eyes, and nothing can really make or break a face quite like a brow. With my favorite brow pencil, I'm using feathery strokes to fill in any sparse areas, starting at the arch and working down to the tail where I don't really have very much hair at all, so small strokes. Using a clean brow spoolie to blend any harsh lines as you go. I like for the brows to look as natural as possible, so I'm not too crazy about cleaning edges with concealer or anything like that. I'm going for a naturally polished look. For the eyeshadows, I'm going to be working with this palette. It's seriously the only palette you'll ever need. With this Coastal Scents brush that came in my glam bag, I'm mixing these cream and white colors and dusting them all over the lid as a base. This is just going to make any colors we apply on top easier to blend. Taking your favorite black eyeliner pencil, this one is the Urban Decay 24/7 Velvet Liner in Black Velvet, making sure it's nice and sharpened, and I'm lining along the upper waterline with it. Just take your time. I know this looks really weird, but what this does is it helps to prevent any skin showing through your lashes, like peeking through your lashes when you're wearing dark eye makeup. And it's also going to make your lashes look a bit thicker. This is a great tip for if you want your eyes to look a little bit more defined, but you don't really want to look like you're wearing eyeliner. I'm lining along the top lash line, but only focusing the liner on the outer half or outer 2/3 of the lid for a really defined yet opened and lifted look. I'm working with a little bit at a time and blending quickly with a small pencil brush because this liner is really long lasting, so it's impossible to blend after it's dried down. So you want to work really fast and work with a little bit at a time. Whatever product's left on the pencil brush, you can just swipe underneath the lower lash line just to sort of balance things out a bit. I'm taking this mauve color onto a crease brush and blending that into the hollow portions of the eyes. This is going to add dimension and warmth and a little bit of depth. With a small brush and this very light pink shadow, I'm placing that on this bare space. To keep this look young and fun, a little bit of this nude shimmer is going underneath the brows for highlight. Apply your favorite black mascara to your top and bottom lashes, and then of course, it's time for false lashes. you can always count on false lashes to take your look to the next level. I'm using these half lashes. Half lashes are really great for lengthening the eye and also lifting up the outer corners for a nice catty kind of effect. Also, half lashes are so much easier to apply than full strip lashes. Don't be afraid to touch up your under eye concealer since we haven't powdered anything down yet. For a fresh look, I'm trying to avoid using too many powders, so this Lolly Tint from Benefit is perfect. But it's a stain, so you have to be really quick with this product. One cheek at a time, just apply it and tap and blend away. Now you can go ahead and set and lock everything into place with a translucent powder. I'm pushing and rolling the brush against the skin. You don't want to swirl or sweep over liquids and creams because the bristles of the brush can end up moving and ruining your makeup. With a powder that's much darker than my skin tone, I'm using it to contour the cheeks and go over the temples just to bump up that definition. This is going to look really great in photos. As you notice, I'm using an interesting shaped brush. You can use just your regular blush brush, just squish the bristles together and you'll get that nice kind of skinny effect. And you could just let them go and use that to blend out any harsh edges. For the lips, I'm starting with this Lolly Tint just to give my lips a little bit of a stain so that when any lipsticks I apply on top fade, my lips won't look washed out until I touch them up. But sometimes a simple gloss is really all you need, and it's easy for most of us girls to reapply this without even having to look in a mirror, so keep it simple when you can. I had curled my hair before filming and pinned each curl to let it cool before taking it down. This is how I get my curls to last for hours without using hairspray. It's a simple tip that makes such a difference. And then I'm brushing out my curls just to get a really big, fluffy, wavy thing going on. And a little wardrobe change, and here's the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. Until next time.